You know that moment when a guy seems perfect at first, super into you, texting constantly, making plans, and then suddenly he just fades? You're left wondering what you did wrong. Here's the thing. You probably didn't do anything wrong. You just missed understanding how his brain actually works when it falls in love. And I'm not talking about playing games or manipulating anyone. I'm talking about 5 psychological triggers that create genuine, deep attraction in men, the kind that makes them think about forever. Let's get into it. First trigger, give him a mission, not just your presence. Here's what most dating advice gets backwards. They tell you to be supportive, to be there for him, to show him you care. And yeah, those things matter, but here's what they miss. Men don't fall hardest for women who simply support them. They fall for women who make them want to become better. There's a difference. When you have standards, real ones, not the fake kind where you pretend not to care, you give him something to reach for. His brain lights up. Suddenly, he's not just spending time with you, he's earning you. And that shift, it changes everything. Think about the last time you really wanted something, not something that was just handed to you, something you had to work for. That's the feeling. You don't create this by being difficult on purpose. You create it by genuinely knowing your worth and not shrinking it to make him comfortable. Second trigger, let him feel needed, not obligated. Okay, this one's tricky because we've been told to be independent, don't need anyone, handle everything yourself. And yes, be capable, absolutely. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Men are wired to feel purpose through providing value, not money, not stuff, value. When you never let him help, never show vulnerability, never ask for anything, his brain starts to wonder, what's my role here? And I know what you're thinking, that sounds old-fashioned, but it's not about being helpless. It's about letting someone matter to you in real ways. Here's the difference. Obligation feels like, you have to pick me up because my car broke down and I'm demanding it. Being needed feels like, I could figure this out, but I'd really love your help. Would you mind? See how that second one makes space for him to be the hero without making it a test? Men don't want to be your servant. They want to be your person, the one you choose to let in. Third trigger, create emotional safety, then challenge him. Most people think you pick one. Either you're the safe, comfortable partner, or you're the exciting, unpredictable one. But the men who fall the hardest, they fall for women who are both. Here's how this works in his brain. Emotional safety lets him lower his walls. It tells him, I can actually be myself here. But challenge keeps him engaged. It says, she's not going to let me get lazy or complacent. She sees my potential. When you combine these, something powerful happens. He starts associating you with growth and peace at the same time. That's rare. Most people are one or the other. The challenging people make him anxious. The safe people make him bored. You want to be the person he can fully relax with and the person who makes him want to level up his life. That's the sweet spot. Fourth trigger, let him see who you are without him. This sounds counterintuitive. Why would showing him your separate life make him fall harder? Because it proves you're real. You're not a projection of what he wants. You're not morphing into whatever he needs that day. You have your own friends, your own passions, your own Tuesday night pottery class, or whatever makes you come alive. When he sees that, his brain stops worrying. It stops asking, is she pretending? Is this sustainable? Instead, it starts thinking, wow, she has a whole life, and she's choosing to include me in it. That's attractive. It's the difference between someone who needs you to complete them and someone who's already whole but wants to share that wholeness with you. Men run from the first one. They chase the second one. Fifth trigger, let him win you over and over. Here's where a lot of relationships die. The beginning is exciting. He's pursuing, you're responding. There's tension, mystery, effort. Then you get comfortable, which is good, but here's the mistake. You stop letting him win. You stop appreciating the small things. You stop lighting up when he walks in. You stop showing him that his effort matters. His brain starts to feel like, okay, I won. Now what? But when you continue to show genuine appreciation, when you notice the little things he does, when you make him feel like he's still earning your smile, your laugh, your time, he stays engaged. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're genuinely moved by his actions. Men want to feel effective. They want to know their presence in your life creates positive change. When you show them it does, they don't want to leave. So let's tie this together. You're not manipulating anyone with these triggers. You're creating an environment where real love can grow. You're being someone who has standards, who lets him matter, who's both safe and exciting, who has a full life, and who shows appreciation. That's not a game. That's just being a high-value partner. And when a man experiences that combination, his brain doesn't just think, I like her. It thinks, I can't lose her. Here's what I want you to think about. Which of these 5 triggers are you already naturally good at, and which one do you avoid because it feels uncomfortable or vulnerable? Drop your thoughts below. I'm genuinely curious which one resonates most with you. And if you want to go even deeper, the next video breaks down the 11 specific traits that build his emotional devotion, the daily behaviors that make him think long-term. It's called 11 Traits Build His Emotional Devotion. I'll see you there.